Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Can you believe it's been half a year already? Like 2021, we finished already half a year of it. When I realized this, I was kind of in shock. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of in shock. This year has gone by pretty quickly already, so we are 6 months into the year. I saw my friend Erin Nicole's video on her mid-year rundown of a lot of the products that she picked up and kind of like telling you her favorites for half the year. And I said, you know what? I want to do something similar, so that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna be telling you guys my mid-year favorites. So these are all products that I tried this year, new releases to me, and I'm gonna be telling you guys which ones have become my favorites. So these are my mid-year favorites. And you know, this year, I think in the beginning of the year, I started purchasing a lot of products, and then I started to slow down because things got a little boring, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the stuff that was releasing I was just really not into, and things started to pick up once again, and now it's all slowing down again. So I think that for this year, the things that I'm gonna talk about to you guys are literally things that I think were fantastic, like so good. There's some stuff that I picked up that they're good, they just wouldn't make it into a favorites for me at this moment if I'm gonna compare everything in my collection. So let's go ahead and let's start talking about these things. But if you have not done so already, don't forget to hit subscribe, join the family. I would love to see you again. I love to talk about makeup and fashion, and if you guys like those things, you're gonna love it around here. So let's go ahead and let's start talking about my favorite products so far. Okay, so I'm gonna start this video off with one that I don't think is going to be a surprise to anybody. I talk about this product a lot, and I just feel like if you find something so good, it doesn't matter how many times you talk about it because it's that damn good. And that's what I'm gonna give to the LYS foundation. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. I love this, okay? I love this, love this, love this, love this. Literally bought this when it released from Sephora, really not thinking anything much of it, like just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna do a product review. I actually picked up a few more products that are in this video as well, and I was so shocked with how much I love this foundation. Not only does it give me the most beautiful natural finish to the skin, so it has a little hydration to it, but not so dewy that when I take photographs it doesn't look good. It actually gives me a nice little bit of a mattified look, but it does still add a little bit of like a sheen to the skin that makes you look healthy and lively. I love the coverage, I love the color. If you guys have a skin tone similar to mine, I wear MG5. I will have it listed down below. A lot of times you guys ask me what color I got in this one. This is fantastic. It's clean beauty. My skin loves this foundation. I wear this a lot. It gives me a really nice coverage. You could build this up, and my skin does not break out. So my skin loves this. If you have acne prone skin, sensitive skin, mature skin, try this. I think that you will love it. And yeah, I've applied it with a brush and a sponge. Both ways are phenomenal. It probably is my favorite foundation right now. Like, it has literally debunked my Rare Beauty foundation, and I love that stuff. Like, anywhere I go, I'm like, ooh, should I just put that on? I just think my skin looks great. I have it on today, and I'm telling you, it really has debunked a lot of my foundations. So yes, highly recommend. Then, before we get into some more LYS products, I want to talk about a thing from Pat Mcgrath. So Pat Mcgrath did release her blushes this year, which unfortunately did not make my mid-year favorites list. And the reason that the blushes did not make it is because the finish that I got was actually, I believe it was called Pearl, and there's these little tiny micro glitters in my blush, okay? I don't like the way it looks. It almost looks like if you got fallout from eyeshadow because they're just so misplaced. There's so little of it in there that when you look closely, it's like you have a glitter here, a glitter here, a glitter here. It just doesn't look right, right? But the formula of that blush, I really like. Okay, so I need to venture and buy some of the matte blushes and try a different color, and I need to try a different formula that does not have the micro glitters in it. So if you guys know which Pat Mcgrath blush in shade color I should try, I was looking at Divine Rose. Leave it down below so I pick up another one, because I'm telling you, the formula is very interesting. I just don't like those glitters. So anyways, that's why the blushes aren't in here. I thought I should let you guys know because I feel like they might be in a lot of people's videos, but they can't be in mine because of the one I got. But I can put this, the Pat McGrath Highlighter. Okay, so this is the one, the Skin Fetish Divine Glow Highlighter. This is Golden Nectar. This is what released this year with her blushes. So it was at the same time as the blushes. This is phenomenally good, okay? So I'm not a highlight like lover. Like I'm not like somebody who's like, oh my God, give me every single highlight on the world. Like I'm not somebody who's like usually excited for highlights. They're fun to put on, but then what'll end up happening is I'll hardly ever use it. This highlight has a beautiful sheen. It makes your skin look so pretty. Well, let's put it on. So I'm gonna put it on for you guys because actually I didn't put on highlight today and I should have. I just want you guys to see how it just adds this beautiful sheen to the skin. It's not like so in your face that it's obnoxious. I love this color. It just does something so beautiful. It almost adds like a hydrated look to the skin. That's what I love about there. That's what I love about this. There is absolutely no glitter in it. You could put it everywhere on the skin and it literally makes your skin look like if you added hydration, like this beautiful, 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 like glowy effect. I love this highlight. I think that if you have mature skin, if you're somebody who doesn't like to put layers of powders on your skin, but you want something to bring some glow, this is beautiful. It also works good on textured skin. There's something in this formula that makes it special. Yes, it's a highlight. Yes, we probably have highlights this color, but the formula of this highlight is so amazing that I have told you guys before, I don't care that I hate this compact because this compact is terrible. It's just like the blush compact. I have a hard time pushing it open. If you push it straight in the middle and you push it, no, didn't work. If you push it with your thumb, straight in the middle very hard, it opens easier, but you got to remember to do it that way. If you try to do it like really quick, you can't open this damn thing. But I will forgive it because this formula is insane. It's so good. It's almost worth pulling it out and putting it in a Z palette. It's amazing. So yes, I think that that's probably one of my favorite formulas I have ever tried in a highlight. So yeah, it's good. Okay. So now we're going to talk about an eyeshadow palette. Now this one may be a little shocking to some of you guys because I think I gave this a mediocre review. It wasn't like an all-star for me and it wasn't bad. But what I have to say is this Huda Beauty Brown Obsessions palette has been used so much by me. Today, the eye look that you guys see right now was using this palette, and I think what it is that the mattes in here are very, very good. I like these mattes. I'm somebody who likes Huda Beauty's mattes. So the mattes blend so beautifully. Look at this pretty eye look that I did today. I went really dramatic with the look. Where you kind of go off with this palette is the metallics themselves are not as vibrant and crazy as Huda Beauty's metallics usually are. Lately, a lot of the looks that I create using this palette are more subtle. Like today, I used a little bit of a metallic in the inner portion and just kind of just like dabbed it on, and it just has this really pretty glistening effect, but it's not taking over the mattified eye. So I have used this a lot. And I really like it. I love the color selection. A lot of looks that you can create out of this. Easy to use. If you're somebody who loves fashion pieces and you're constantly changing up your fashion and you have a hard time mixing colors with your eyelids, this is a very versatile palette. You can do very neutral lids that looks great with almost every single outfit that you wear. And yeah, I really like this. This has become a favorite. It is no surprise to most people that a lot of cream blushes released this year, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't like been in love with a lot of them, but I do have two that released this year that have been all-stars, and one that I literally think took the cake. So LYS, my probably new favorite brand sold at Sephora right now, LYS released this blush. So this blush is called Kindness. That's the color of it. You guys can just tell the dent that's going into this thing. I have it even on today. I use this blush so much, okay? This is the best cream blush formula I think I have ever tried. I'll bronze my whole skin up, dab into a brush, and then just go like this to my cheeks and then pat it down with a beauty blender. Love it. I absolutely love this formula. I know that this is always in and out of stock at Sephora. It's that good. I know that this is good. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal blush. I think that they have created one of the best cream blush formulas that I have tried in a really, really, really long time. Saying good things about this, clean beauty, everything. I love this blush. It is insanely good. The only other one that I really, really liked too was from Miss Natasha Denona, my favorite Natasha Denona. She released this during her Valentine's launch, and I really like this blush as well. The one from LYS has a little bit of a peacher undertone. This one goes a little bit more pinky. But this formula is also very, very good. It's similar to the LYS one, but it's a little bit thicker. I love this compact. So not only do I really, really like the cream blush in here, but I really like this highlighter. The difference between this highlighter and the one from Pat McGrath is the Pat McGrath one gives you a very natural glow to the skin. This one has a little bit more impact. So for me, the one that I wear more often is the Pat McGrath, but if I'm gonna do something that I want like impact, I'll grab into this one. It's not like that much more, but I think you guys know, like when you have highlights, you already kind of know what kind of look you like to do with which highlight. This one has a little bit more impact than the Pat McGrath, and also because the undertone is a little bit rosier, it shows up a little bit more on my skin, whereas the other one, it has a little bit more of like a golden undertone, so it kind of meshes more with my skin. So I really love this compact. I think it's one of my favorite like duo compact that Natasha has done. And yeah, this one is very, very, very good. I really, really like it. Okay, when it comes to lipsticks, there was 2 lipsticks that released this year that are my favorite lipstick colors, and they released this year. So I am super, super happy with the 2 lipsticks. First one, my Miss Natasha Denona, and it's the I Need a Nude, and I cannot believe Lexi got it, but the color of this is called Amorosa. This also released during her Valentine's launch. It's the color I have on my lips today. This is the most beautiful nude with a little bit of like a purpley undertone to it. It looks insanely good with purple lids. It also looks good with cool tone lids, as you guys can tell, and you know, you can just wear it with anything. It's the most beautiful color, okay? This is like one of those unique colors. Like it's not like the same nude that you always see because it has a little bit of like that purpley undertone to it. But you guys can see on my lips, it is insanely beautiful. So many compliments when I wear that. I've actually been DM'd on Instagram just to find out the lip color that I'm wearing, and that is this one. I have also been DM'd on Instagram about the next one. So these are the 2 hottest, like literally question asked, and I literally love lipsticks. Charlotte Tilbury's new Nude Romance lipstick, guys. Everybody asks me about this lipstick. I love it. If you have a skin tone like mine, it'll give you like a little bit of like a peachy hint, but it still has that nude look to it. It is so, so stunning. I wear this one a lot. Like literally, I go between these 2 and Nude Kate, which you guys know is also one of my favorite Charlotte Tilbury's, but I use these 2 so often. Formula-wise, 2 of my favorite formulas, 2 of my favorite colors. What I like about them also is the colors are a little bit different. Charlotte gave us a little bit of peach to her lipstick, whereas Natasha gave us a little purple in her lipstick, and I think that they were both really well done. Okay, so colorful palettes released this year too, and I know you guys know I like my more neutral lids, but I do like to play with color, and I do play with color. I want to make sure that my color is good. I'm not going to just jump into any colorful palette. I want something good. Natasha Denona's Circle Loco was good. I did rearrange my Circle Loco, so this way how it's rearranged for me makes so much more sense. Anytime I want to do something super, super vibrant, I look at Circle Loco. I really honestly love this color story for fun looks. Now, there has been also times that I've had neutral looks and I'm like, I want to just add a little something to this look. I'll jump into here, grab a metallic or grab a really, really, really bright color and just do the lower lash line with a bright color. This has come in handy. It's a beautiful color story. The metallics in here are just, they glide and they're delicious and they're beautiful. So for my personal collection, this has been such an amazing addition. But of course, you know, if you don't love color, you're just gonna be like, Christina, I really don't like that palette, but it's such a good palette, you know? So the other really colorful palette that I have to talk about, because it was a very, very unique color story, but at the same time just made so much sense. So Angelica Nyviest did a collab with Kaleidos, and she created this most beautiful palette. This is the Club Nebula. I love this palette. I like the color story of it just because it allows you to go a little bit more subtle with your colorful looks. And yes, there is such thing. Like sometimes colors can be so strong. Like actually, if you look at the Natasha Denona one, when you look at it, the colors are so like vibrant that they could go clown. Obviously, you can go a little clowny with this, but you know, it's just the way you arrange the colors that'll make it look beautiful. And then when you look at this one, it's a little harder to go clown because there is some muted down colors. The formula in here, insanely good. The metallics in here are beautiful. The glittery metallics are insane. This is such a good palette. I love the arrangement of it. I love the packaging of it. This was a great, great, great release. And I have told you guys before that if you can get your hands on it, I would, especially if you're somebody who likes color, because it is just beautiful. Okay, so I did try a brow product just recently from a brand that I had never tried before. Actually, I tried 2 brow products that is in this video. Last year I found my new go-to, and now I have changed it up again to another new go-to. But, you know, I still like both of my options, but this is just so interesting how I just found something that I really, really enjoy as well. So Merit Beauty, which is a brand that sent me a bunch of stuff in PR, one of the standouts to me of all the stuff that they sent to me has been this. So this is their brow pomade. The color I'm wearing is brown. I do have it on today. I have been using this so much. Still need to fill in my brows because I do my brows anyways. This I just kind of use like a styler at the end. I kind of like lift the brows with it. It also adds a little bit more color so that my brows look a little bit thicker and prettier. And this has done such a beautiful job. I really, really like this product. Probably one of my favorite products I have tried from the Merit line because I have consistently been grabbing for it and using it, and I really, really like this. And I mix it with this. So out of all of the stuff that you're seeing today, everything is luxury, I think, or more high-end. But we've got e.l.f. in here because this e.l.f. pencil is so damn good, okay? So this is their microblade pencil. I get it in the color neutral brown. Neutral brown is the color. My hair went a little bit lighter just recently, and it's because I'm starting to do a little bit more of the ashy blonde look. And my other brow pencil goes a little dark, but this one actually gives me a little bit of a lighter look to the brow. These two combined have created a beautiful brow. So yeah, I like them separate, but I really, really like them combined. And yeah, I'm just kind of shocked with how much I like that combination. And it has been the combination I have been wearing for a few weeks now, and I really like it, like almost to the point that I think I'm gonna just keep on buying e.l.f. brow pencils, and then every once in a while just buy my Benefit one because they're good. Like, try it. I think you'll like it. This one is going to be like a wow, Christina. Yeah, and I have to say, I've tried a few neutral palettes this year. I tried the Too Faced one. I tried the Juicy one. I tried the one from Tarte, the Juicy palette. This one is taking the cake for me, guys. The new Patrick Ta Major Dimension. I have found that this palette can create the most beautiful, subtle lids. Even if you don't use these beautiful glitters, which they're just amazing toppers, they just do the most beautiful effect to the lid. Even if you don't use those, the color arrangement in here between the mattes and the mattes with a little bit of glitter in it allow you to create the most beautiful neutral lids. And it's almost like my Mario palette, the Master Mattes, but having a little bit of pizzazz by including a little bit of metallics in it. Like, that's what it reminds me of. It is such an easy to use palette. This cream formula is insanely good. My only complaint is the two creams, like literally on my lids, look like the exact same color. So it's almost like I got one huge cream formula of the same color. But besides that, everything in this palette is insanely good. I love this, okay? I've been using this almost every day, okay? Today Today I didn't, because I decided to use a different one just to show you guys how awesome that Huda Beauty palette can work. But lately, this has been like my go-to. I just can tell that most people who buy this are gonna be very, very happy with it. It's like one of those like, I'm happy with this purchase, you know? Okay, so another I'm happy with this purchase, which could have gone very, very, very wrong. And that's because the last palette that I picked up from Pat McGrath, I liked it, but I wasn't like in love with it for the price tag. And these are the smaller ones even. So this is her new Venus in Floors palette. This is stunning, okay? So I've said this, I like this so much better than her Valentine's release. Her Valentine's release had me intrigued, but I didn't think that there was anything special in it that made it worth the price tag besides the compact. You know, like, yes, the formula was nice, it was pretty, but it wasn't like worth the money. This to me is the complete opposite. There is an amazing formula in here that's just insanely beautiful. It reminds me of her Astral Blitz, but it's not. It has like qualities of it, but it's not the same. But it has all those glitters in it. It's such a cool formula. It makes you feel like, okay, thank you. I bought this for something different. This matte in here is probably the best matte I have ever used from Pat McGrath. I like Pat McGrath's mattes, but I don't love them. And this color, I love. It kind of reminds me of a color that was in the Celestial Divinity that I really liked as well. That was a matte, but this matte, insanely good. And these metallics are beautiful. This one is a little bit more shocking, like a true metallic. And then this one's kind of like an inner corner, a little lighter. I think that this palette was perfectly curated. Yes, it might be missing like that transitional shade, but if you use this color very lightly on my skin tone, it does a nice transition. I love this palette. I think the only thing that Pat McGrath is missing is the ability to pop out these shades. I really wish I could pop out these shades and be able to intermix her palettes because they're so pricey. I wish I could like manipulate them however I wanted. I think that's something that I would hope that her brand would think about in the future, but I do love that palette. Then let's talk about a bronzer because I do really like this bronzer. I use this so much. So this is also from LYS. This is the bronzer that I picked up from the line. The color that I got was Harmony Medium. Perfect bronzer. It looks so good on my skin. It kind of reminds me of my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Like, they almost look the same. I'm actually pretty shocked with how close they look in color. I literally love this bronzer. I think it's so, so, so stunning. And if you're somebody who does not want to buy the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, you don't have the money, you don't want to spend that type of money, I totally get you. Try this one. It has a very, very similar formula. It feels almost the same on the skin. The Charlotte Tilbury one, in my opinion, is just a tad bit better, but this is really good. And then I want to talk about these lip liners because Natasha Denona released these lip liners. This is at the end of the year of last year, but basically January-ish, you know, and these lip liners are awesome. So these are her I Need a Nude lip liners. These I Need a Nude lip liners are so creamy and amazing, and I love them. What I really like the most is that they do dry down. They give you a little bit of time to work with them, but then when they dry down, they stay there. Like, they literally stay there, but they are creamy. It is such an amazing formula. The color Julia is the one I like literally wear almost every single day. It's so stunning, and yeah, I really, really like it a lot. And then also something I tried this year is from Chantecaille. I had never tried their rose water. I've mentioned this to you guys in previous videos that this is probably the best rose water I've ever put on my skin. I literally spritz my face with this like every time I put on makeup. Even if I'm using a foundation that's not blending out that well, this is what I use to blend it out. It is such a beautiful, beautiful product. Doesn't irritate my skin. If anything, I think my skin has been better since using it. It's a product that I literally have to have with me when I'm doing my makeup. So you know how good it is when you literally need to have it. But yeah, guys, so that is it. That is all I'm going to include in my mid-year favorites. These are products I have tried this year, and I had to just say, like, these have been literally phenomenal. I have tried a lot of products this year, so it is difficult to narrow it down to the ones that I literally am obsessed with, but I had to just go by with what has been sitting on my desk and that I have been using the most, and these are the ones that I keep on reaching for, so you know that they have to be pretty damn good. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll talk with you guys later. Bye.